Hi Kiwi and welcome back to a new episode of Hades 2. This is our Arcana setup for the day. This is our weapon. We are going to be taking the aspect of Artemis on the Sister Blades, going for a
night have me do?
8 fear run to get our next testament, going to the underworld with the Aphrodite keepsake with the goal of getting her attack and building around how this weapon works. More on that in a second.
Oh, you bear my beautiful mirror. You'll always look gorgeous in it, but its real power is to help me quickly seek you out and bestow on you the very best I can.
All right, give us your very best attack then, please. And oh, okay. I like that. So we're at 120 extra damage on the attack immediately, which is phenomenal. So a quick primer on how this weapon works before we get into the meat and potatoes of what this episode's going to be about, Kiwi. So I am running Aspect of Artemis again, and the way that works is I press and hold to charge my Omega attack, and I get this little shield around me. If I get hit while that shield is active, I block the damage, have a brief second of invulnerability, and now see those little green things around my head? Those are the number of attacks I have left that have a 50% crit chance. And the total number starts out at 9, I believe. It sounds really strong, honestly. The crit chance is pretty nuts. We're gonna go ahead and take the palm here, I think. As good as a defensive boon as Hephaestus could offer us, I think objectively speaking, more damage is better, and getting that early damage on the attack goes a long way for keeping us alive, I think. At least speeding through this part of the run, if nothing else. Tula getting the final kill there, cute. 145% damage on the attack, excellent, and some HP. We could definitely stand to gain some HP early on, since we are not taking Prometheus's card, which I'm forgetting what it's called. It might be not Judgment, right? No, that's Hades' card. I'm blanking on the name of Persistence. It might be Persistence. But regardless, we need some survivability, and so getting some early levels of palms go a long way. We're definitely gonna need a good magic regen boon. I wonder if I go into stacking a lot on the Omega attack, if maybe I want to go for a Poseidon. There's Hestia. Hestia isn't bad. Smoldering would synergize well with this build. Oh, right. I'm looking for enemies to kill. Let's see. I would like Demeter. I would like Apollo. We already have Aphrodite. I definitely don't want Ares. Ares is like disappointment galore. Let's roll and see what we get. Poseidon. Could take his gain. I wouldn't complain about his gain. Yeah, let's do it. He's not my favorite for this build, but he'll do a good job. All right, give me a parry, please. Wham. Oh, no crit, no crit. 735 on a crit. Wow. Okay, our armor is popped, and so is the rest of this boss. This weapon might actually be really strong.
When we first met, I promised terrible revenge for what had happened to your kin, and I think what we've done would qualify. So what if Kronos wasn't permanently slain? Neither was old Hades, after all.
I don't really know their brotherly beefs, so I can't comment too much on that. Let's see. Okay, we're going to definitely take Flood Gain. If I can get a palm or two on it or a rarity up, it will have permanent uptime, and we'll be able to spam the Omega attack like no tomorrow. Hermes is rather lackluster here, but we could get potentially attack speed up or Omega attack speed up, so I'm not going to complain too much about it. Demeter-wise, the main reason we want Demeter is she has Weed Killer, which is pretty nuts for our build. Namely, it gives us a sizable % damage up on our Omega attack. We're also going to be looking for Apollo because we can get Daze, which will 1-up our survivability, but 2, Backburner.
Prometheus and Heracles, turns out they're close, are they? Your little spat with them was shrouded by the dark, but I caught glimpses of it here and there. I need to know about these things, that doesn't mean I'll tell.
Hermes is good at keeping secrets, thankfully. Okay, dash more frequently, nimble limbs. Probably want the attack speed up here. Travel Deal is just objectively really good, though. 5% discount on some expensive boons can add up to a lot. 35% more dash chance, though, is not bad either. I think I'll stick to Nimble Limbs, though. It fits the build path best, and it'll be funnier. It'll be more fun. Ziggle Zaggle this early sounds super sketch.
To be unseen is to be
We do have Flood Gain, though, so I could cheese him out pretty hard, I think. I'm gonna risk it. I think I'm gonna risk it. I'm going to regret it. If I regret it, so be it, but I think I can make it work as long as I only Omega attack and then cast and dash out as soon as possible. Anything less than that, and I'm just gonna die and throw the run. Do I get the palm? I get the palm. Okay, on the attack, or do I want? I think I stick with the attack for now because we need the damage. All right. Grab our little goodies here. Anyway, so today I am going to be talking about Rune Factory, Guardians of Ozma, right and proper this time, and hopefully be able to maintain a train of thought better than I did in the last episode. I feel more awake despite it being about the same time of the day when I'm recording. I think... Do I take Ares here just for an extra boon? I don't think I do. I'll risk Selene though. Selene could do something for us, especially with what we've got.
I would prefer that you would never have to give up anything to use my power, little star. But if a handful of gold coins lets me locate you even more reliably, then so be it.
I don't mind paying out of pocket for this encounter. Let's see. Night Bloom. Your hex raises the last susceptible foe this encounter to fight for you. Won't do us anything for Zagreus, but that is a lot of fun to play with, so I'm gonna take it.
Please accept this
Alright.
gift.
This is super sketchy. I may regret my decision, but I'm gonna go for it.
So, I accept these terms.
The plan is only approach him when my parry is up, riposte, chunk him with the Omega attack, and bail out with cast.
So where exactly are these crossroads where you're from? I feel as though as security specialist I ought to have been fully disclosed by this point.
I will tell you nothing, good sir.
Crossroads are in Erebus, but simply knowing that won't help with locating the place. Have mother and father not informed you?
No, they're probably concerned that if I ever went, I'd want to stay if you like it so much. That or they're trying to protect your secrecy. Oh well, we can see each other here.
I'll give them the benefit of the doubt and assume they are respecting Mel's boundaries a little bit. Okay, oh gosh. Alright, so we... Go ahead and hit me. Hit me, brother. Hit me, good brother. Oh, don't. Okay. So we crit for 840, which is pretty crazy. Gotta love that. All right, so yeah, we're just gonna play cat and mouse here. Pardon the pun when we have a cat in our team. Parry, ready? Ooh, okay, he has range. I need to remember that. He does have big range, big sweeping attacks. Basically, I dash and cast for iframes and then I bail out. He seems to not really know how to process what we are doing. Okay, parry's ready. I can dodge or block, bail out. Yeah, I think we can make this work. I think we can definitely make this work. I just have to depend on Poseidon's... I need to depend on Poseidon's gain boon and kite him out. I do have to be mindful of what's on the clock. We do have a limited amount of time. I know his pattern enough to know that I'm safe to get that hit in. I don't really understand how his third phase or his second phase works, so I'll be a little bit more mindful of that. It really doesn't seem like our cast deters him from attacking us at all. Fortunately, we did get his boiling blood into us, so I'm gonna play super safe here. Oh, hey! I didn't know that Artemis... I didn't realize Artemis's crits... Whoop, hold on. I didn't realize that Artemis's crits extend onto the special. That's really good for us. Oh, of course you're gonna do boiling blood at us there. So boiling blood undoes our strategy a little bit, but I didn't realize I can kite him out with this. This is good. Okay. Harry is almost back online. Tula, go heck him up while we're just gonna play safe. Oh gosh. Brother, I don't appreciate this antics of yours. Right, give me a hit. Stop doing this. Stop doing this. Zag, 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 zag. No. Bad. Bad, brother. Bad. Down. My parry is not up, but I'm gonna go behind him and bail out. Okay. I think this Omega attack really messes with his AI, actually. So I'm into this. I think we can make this work. Brother? Brother! Whoop. He's gonna do it again. I know that he does that twice. I'm starting to get a sense of how his patterns work. I still need to be... Whoop! I still need to be careful of... Oh gosh! Whee! I'm pretty sure that does 50 damage to us at least. So I do have to be very careful. Hit us once. Bam, bam. I think we've got him, and we're making decent time. It's definitely gonna run us into the clock problem. You know, for 50% crit chance, we are critting far less than I would like us to. And he bailed out. Okay, I'm just gonna hold parry here. I am out of mana. All right, blood gain is active. Oh gosh, 35. Okay, well, as long as we don't get hit by his big sweep, we're good. I don't have my parry, so I'm gonna play super safe. We only have 2 minutes on the clock. I really do have to be mindful of that. Parry is ready. Oh gosh. Oops, give me a crit on the attack, gosh darn it, game. Wow. There we go. Okay, we beat him. Spooky, very spooky, but not bad.
Look at the time.
It's death o'clock.
You got me.
That I did. All right, so that's gonna set our run off pretty strong, I think. Definitely cheesed him a fair bit. I feel like you kind of have to cheese him if you're getting him in what is this place, Erebus? You don't really get a choice in the matter because he hits so hard. My goodness. You didn't really get chaos, or you didn't really get, what is his face? Oh, hi, Nem.
Sometimes I get a little boost from Artemis, but you
Just about all Olympus backs you up, and even still, it's not enough. Some help they are.
I think they're helping us great. You're just the one who's here probably against everyone else as well.
Direct your criticism to the gods themselves. Now, what is it you want with me?
I want a boon. I'm jealous.
I want a little taste of all that power for myself. Come on, I'll trade you.
If you offer for either of the two, well, actually, I only have 2 boons I want. Nimble limbs? Actually, 300 gold for nimble limbs? It's actually tempting, but I'm gonna decline. I want my build. All right, ooh, trial. Okay, this is a little dicey with the amount of HP that we have, but I feel confident enough that I can at least humor the thought.
And the other.
Aphrodite or Poseidon, though? We still haven't used our keepsake. Let's take Aphro first. Special Rapture Ring, Shameless Attitude. Ooh, Shameless Attitude will up our damage a fair bit. Would honestly prefer seeing Spiritual Affirmation. We could use the magic and the HP. Rapture Ring isn't a bad offer either. I think we take Shatitude. It's just a universal buff. We'll take it.
You have wounded me, my niece. Not physically, of course, but mentally. Such wounds as heal only with revenge.
All right, Poseidon has been mentally wounded by us, Kiwi.
Sorry, Uncle Poseidon.
The poor fellow has never suffered a wound this great before, I suppose. Do need to be mindful of Poseidon's little water orbs, but dodgeable as they may be, I think I'm fine. I actually haven't parried anything yet. Parry me. Boom. All right, pop out those crits. You know, now that I know that crits affect the special, the potential for trick knives here is actually kind of wild. I'm gonna have to mess around with that at some point.
No, you don't.
All right, definitely took more damage than I needed to, but that should be the end of the trial. There we go. Excellent. All right, Poseidon.
A little heated there, I think, but I've cooled off. No lasting harm, though to be fair, my blessing here won't last too long either.
All right, so I'm going to do my best to focus on talking about Guardians of Ozima now that I have had the chance to focus. But probably re-roll these for something better.
Let's do it.
Or something more fun, mind you. Sea Star, let's do it. Let's take it. We could probably double up on Centaur Hearts. That sounds great. We only have a minute on the clock. I have to be very mindful of our time and try to burn through rooms as quick as possible. Although, okay, we're fine. This is the end shop. I'm going to take this. Oh, I missed the fancy little statue over there. That would have given us something nice, I bet. A shame. Oh well, wasn't paying attention. Toss this on the... I guess I'll put it into Floodgain, maybe? Seems a waste. Let's put it on Shatitude. That's fine. Another palm, some armor. Gotta be mindful I have a limited number of funds. I'll take the palm. We're going into base Hecate. I'm fine with that. Put this on the attack and take the Hera boon. Hera boon, Hera boon. Hera. Hera, Hera, Hera. Hera, do you offer some good stuff? I think, sure, why not?
We cannot always reach you in those depths, though your boatman seems to have no trouble at all. Keeps to himself, fends for himself. I quite like him.
Probably go for Apollo over Demeter then, just so that we're not running into the issue of just running ourselves out of magic non-stop. This is just a damage down. Yeah, it's a massive damage down. We're not going to take that sacrifice. Engagement ring is kind of whatever. It's not really that exciting, but it does get us another step towards origination, which will up our damage substantially, so maybe I take that. Alternatives would be Poseidon, no. Aphrodite. Aphrodite's would be so good. I'm gonna roll. I'm just gonna roll. Maybe she'll offer her perfect. We'll take her special or proper upbringing. While I have at least of 2 of every infusion, I get rarity up on everything else. That might honestly be worth taking now. I'm gonna hold out. Let's take her special. Getting Hitch will be good.
Now for the test.
All right, Hecate, bring it on.
Breathe. Whether 'tis wise to speak the vow of rivals is for you to decide. But I can see the wisdom in rescinding that one. I'd not wish to face me at my best either.
I appreciate that she's taunting us for turning off her vow.
I may not be finished with that vow just yet, Headmistress. I wonder what else you're holding back, if you possess such power you suppress by will of night alone.
Do wonder, by all means. And should you require more of an advanced test of your aptitude, I shall be waiting.
I really do appreciate that they allude to the fact that there's possibly more to Hecate's Vow of Rivals than what I have seen. Man, this game is being very unforgiving with our crit chance. 50% crit chance means nothing if we don't actually roll the number, I suppose. I'll just go ahead and dig here because, oh, okay, well, That's my own fault. That could have waited. How nice for you, she says. It is. I really do appreciate that they have commentary from the people you interact with when you go looting their chambers for goods. Give me a hit. Hit me. Or don't. Which one is the real one? Not you. Oh, shoot, I forgot about time. Oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. I was too busy messing around. I need to focus on dodging this and killing her as fast as possible. One more. Okay, we should be good. Oh gosh. No, no, no. Oh my goodness, that was close. Okay, we've got 30 seconds. I definitely can DPS her faster than that 14-second timer, but I gotta be fast about it. One more. Tula help. Tula help, deal damage. Okay, we got her. Good. Where are you? Take the hit. Summon our friend. DPS, 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 DPS. There we go. Okay, whew. 1 second on the clock. Scary. Very spooky. But things should be a lot faster now.
Growing skill with Lim and Oros makes you something to be feared. Good.
Very good. Okay. Now, we had a lot of time sinks in the last floor. We had the trial between like the what is it? They're called trials, but basically where you have to choose between two gods.
Eliminate all traces of my foul former self.
And then we also had a lot of time wasted on Zagreus. I am gonna lock in between Demeter and Apollo. I'm gonna go Demeter. Sorry, Apollo. I'm gonna go Apollo, I think.
Excellent.
Hopefully see Aphrodite to get spiritual affirmation. I would like some extra survivability that offers. Send, Pappy, have a gift.
Grandfather, the wounds our family has suffered perhaps shall never truly heal, but you've at least tried to take some of the initial steps. So here, this is for you.
Oh, what a precious bottle. Thank you, granddaughter. Nectar from Olympus. But it does look rather good. The custom still is to provide some sort of gift in kind, is that not so? Then here, if you please.
Oh geez, I forgot. We have not actually gotten his keepsake yet, so this is exciting. What do we get? What do we get? Timepiece.
An unusual device, and made of gold. Thank you.
Is that a sundial on a watch? Let's not think too hard about it. It probably still works because it's godly magic, but you know, it's a little silly when you look. Actually, would that work? Would a portable sundial be a thing? I assume it would actually work. So, huh? Cool idea. I don't know. I'd have to actually research, and I don't care to do that enough to find out. We'll just humor the thought and then not bother to confirm or deny the possibility that it is a real thing. I am taking so much damage. Can we not? I do not have a good build for trash mobs just yet because I don't have a lot of AoE on the attack. And so I pop my attack, and if other things are in the area, I get hit. A little rough there. Ugh, we are not getting god boons. I definitely need some more survivability on this run to feel good about where we are at right now. And we're getting another tiny trash mob room, which is not my cup of tea, good sirs. All right, here, just give me the parry. Pop those crits for 400 damage. Sure, why not? The one downside here is the parry does not come up very quickly. It's a 12-second cooldown. Oh my goodness, so many trash mobs. So many trash mobs. I do appreciate that they do give you a sound effect as well as a visual indicator that your parry is up. And if you're never sure, you can check in the bottom by your mana pool. That little glowy sigil is indicative of that our thing is charged. I am taking so much damage, man. I need a way to heal, or at least a way to get more HP, be a little tankier. That's why Rapture Ring would be so good here. It would let me be tanky with some curse and shenanigans with weak affliction. It'll make me 30% tankier technically. Non-rare Apollo isn't incredible, but I still think we go for it. We need to get his boons. I want his dash, I think, most of all would be good. Right here, give me my parry, please. Anyway, so let's talk about Guardians of Ozma. I think now is a good time where I can start to really properly focus on what I want to say and put a little bit of the game-focused commentary to the side. So, Apollo, say words and then we'll talk.
Blazes are you now, sunshine? It's like you're at the bottom of the sea. Wherever it is, it's awful dark. And as you know, I've always got the cure for that.
I'm in a hole, in a hole, in a hole in the bottom of the sea. Hee. All right, I would really like to see his dash here, I think. Lucid Gain is not a bad option, actually. But I think I'll let it go. Cast Inflicting Daze, I guess that will still give us days, which means we can still get our back burner build going. So, all right, I'll take Solar Ring.
For you.
There we go.
Right.
There's a shop. We can't afford a boon, though. Unless I get a lucky gold pot somewhere around these parts. Do I risk it? It's still a free chamber. I guess I'll take it anyway. Gold pot, gold pot, gold pot. No gold. No gold whatsoever. Womp womp. Guess I'll take the Path of Stars.
Choose your path.
Alright, raise servants do 10% more damage. X automatically charges up. Nah. We'll take this. Actually, let's see what we can unlock here, because I want the one that makes our servants do more damage, because the servants do a silly amount of damage once they're fully stacked. 500 damage first time they hit, 75% more damage, and this is just, we take 20% more damage, or take 20% less damage. It's kind of busted. All right, we'll do this, and now we'll start building this way, I think. That makes sense? Yeah, that makes sense. All right. I will take the HP because that will give us Shameless Attitude activated, and then let's roll Poseidon, because we got his gain. I don't really need much more than that. Aphrodite, we'll take, sure. All right, so Guardians of Azima, Rune Factory's latest spin-off game. I don't actually know of many spin-off games from Rune Factory, so I can't comment much. If you are familiar with the games like Story of Seasons and Harvest Moon, then you are familiar with at least part of Rune Factory. My first ever Rune Factory, I believe, was Rune Factory 1, and I have played Rune Factory 4 to a pretty sizable extent, but I never beat it. I definitely beat Rune Factory 1. I spent so much time in Rune Factory 1, it's kind of nuts. The basic premise of the game is it's a farming sim with a lot of combat in it. Let's see. Passion Rush, Secret Crush. Ooh, Secret Crush. Don't mind if I do. Prime 20 magic, but now all of my attack is 7, base 7 higher.
All vanquished to the last.
That won't make our Omega attack do a ton more, but it will really scale well with our like rapid fire hitting move. So, oh hi Kronos.
Wait, what is going on? How can this be?
I think Kronos from another time is realizing that Kronos of a current time is doing silly things, apparently.
Your father's wretches within Asphodel so hated trespassers.
I'm getting out of here.
Anyway.
Do you really have to go?
So we just stay in the circle, we try and not get tagged by the enemies in the process, and we are fine. Our cast Afflicting Days will make it pretty easy to dodge things, and I have decent range with my special. Anywho, we'll go heck 'em up. So, if you're familiar, good games to kind of compare it to would be Stardew Valley and Sunhaven was another game that I played that I like a lot. And if you like Stardew Valley, I do recommend Sunhaven. There is potentially some controversy about about art being stolen, I think, or credit not being given. I'm not sure the circumstances.
Which you are fighting for?
And I would need to confirm whether these allegations are true or not to really hold a valid opinion on the situation. But it sounds like there is some shenanigans about dev or artists that were not either paid or not credited for their work. I'm not sure the full scope of the situation. It sounds really scummy if it's real though, so play the game with that in mind if you're so interested. But it is a wonderful, honestly probably my second favorite farming sim that I've played adjacent to Stardew Valley. With, unless you count Factorio as a farming sim, which I would not, but it does scratch a similar itch in just letting your farm scale out of control and generating resources and then building bigger things and so on and so forth. But Kiwi has never played a Rune Factory game, and I figured this would be a really good way to get an entry point for her into the series. And so I introduced her to Guardians of Azima. It being a spin-off game, a lot of the major systems of Rune Factory are dumbed down a little bit, or not necessarily dumbed down, but definitely made simpler. Ooh, success rate. That will hit C-Star and give us a 75% chance of effect. I think we probably take that because it's funny. If nothing else, it's funny. We'll do it. We'll do it. We wanted this on the last run, actually, now that I think about it. Skilla counters our build because I can't do back attacks on her, which is kind of lame.
From the top, then. Don't you have any new material yet, Skilla? You'd likely garner a much bigger audience if you had a few more songs.
You did have a new song. We just cut it off because we turned off Vow of Rivals too.
Shut up! We have more songs than you can count. You're just not ready for them yet. Nobody is. Perfection takes time, lady.
But perfection is always out of reach. If you keep pursuing it, you'll never get there. You must have a work in progress you could play instead of the same old stuff.
I like to think that Mel is taunting her, knowing that she does have more songs, because we have heard them in the Vow of Rivals, and I wonder if this is almost an allusion in similar vein to what Hecate has alluded to, is the fact that there is a potentially harder version of her vow.
The same old stuff? Did you just hear that, gal? I think she meant to say your greatest hits, or your all-time classics, didn't she? You just don't get it, lady. We're here to please.
honestly, Skilla has a point here. Look, if a song is good, you don't need... I mean, it's good to vary your repertoire. I won't deny that. But at the same time, if a song is solid, people are going to want to listen to it on repeat. I know a certain wife of mine who does very much that thing. She finds a song she likes, and then I hear it for the next week, at least. Actually, frankly, it's like the next month. But I do the same thing, so I can't judge. In fact, a lot of the songs she listens to end up being those songs for me by choice rather than by... I don't know how to phrase it. By choice rather than by obligation, I suppose? Pick her up, Tula. Like, this is the thing. We're basically dealing triple damage on our attack even without the crit, and then the crit makes us deal triple damage on top of our triple damage, and that's because we've gotten a 200% damage modifier on the attack. We're fine. We are so fine with this build. Even if I don't have the parry going, I still do a heck ton of damage. Take the parry here while I can, and well, bam. No crit. Do we ever get... There's the crit. Okay, 10, 91, and 92. Not bad. Anyway, so I think I can focus on commentary about Guardians of Ozma. Anyway, I love Rune Factory. It is a perfect formula for what I love. Tons of things to level up, a progression system that feels natural, the story unlocking things as you go, but also pacing itself pretty well. The nice thing about Rune Factory 4, at least that I can remember, is that you don't go immediately from one story beat to the next. There's usually a little bit of time in between major story events, but as you progress, you unlock more fields to grow crops on. You have all of these different things that you can grow, as well as build, and like there are so many different kitchen appliances you can acquire through the course of the game that let you cook different things or make potions or blacksmith. It's a lot. It's very satisfying in its progression, I would argue. All right, we're at 4 gods, right? Let me confirm. Aphrodite, Apollo, Hera. Yeah, okay. Let us consider what we stand to gain. Hera Apollo duo would be really funny with this build, so I think that's what I'm going to go for. Let's take Hera's fan and see if we can lock her in on the next floor. Anything else I want here? No, not really. All right, on to the next floor we go.
To firmer ground.
But I figure Kiwi and I love ourselves a good farming sim. We have spent so much time in Littlewood, in Factorio, in Stardew Valley, in Sunhaven. Probably some other farming sims too, but those are the ones that come to mind first and foremost because we've likely spent the most time in them, objectively speaking. All right, Hera and Hammer. Okay, sounds good to me. And it's been a very fun game series, genre of games to share because they're a combination of cozy and when they don't want to be cozy because we're min-maxing the heck out of everything. More so me than Kiwi on that front, but she's never afraid to humor me on that min-maxing nonsense that I tend to pull on these games. But it's just a cozy vibe, a fun vibe. I definitely at some point, probably frankly when I'm done with Hades 2, when I feel that it's reached its natural conclusion and I need something to kind of fill the space, I'm probably going to switch into Stardew Valley at some point. Let's see. Let's confirm that we can get her duo, and if we can't, what do we need to make it happen? Sun Worshipper, here we are. Engagement Ring, Nexus Rush, Born Gain. So we need Nexus Rush. Okay, we can now get her duo. I guess I probably should have rarefied that in hindsight. At least I still have... there's a chance that we'll see another Hera boon and I can rarefy it then, hopefully.
Grow golden once again.
Don't know why I chose to charge up my Omega Special there. Definitely not the optimal choice. Anywho, so continuing on. So I wanted to introduce Kiwi to Rune Factory. Guardians of Ozma felt the most appropriate because it is a simplified system for a lot of the things that it offers, but still gives that Rune Factory feel to a little bit. I would say to its detriment for both mine and both Kiwi and honestly my enjoyment. Like I do play a more balanced game when it comes to these farming sims that have combat elements to them, but I do prefer it not being the main focus of the game. And maybe I'm misremembering and Rune Factory does this more than I want to appreciate, but Sweeping Ambush, your Omega attacks deal 400% more damage in a wider area. Yeah, it costs more magic, but that's too good to pass up. Okay, we're taking that. And with Flood Gain, we'll be able to bypass that magic consumption fairly well, I think. All right. There's Poseidon. And we've got Hera. Oh, perfect, Hera. We can get her we can get her duo here potentially. Okay. So here's the thing. We're gonna parry and pop and pop and pop and 3 hit the mini boss. Ouch. We do a lot of damage with this build as long as I can get the crits off.
Olympus, I accept this message.
I assume success rate doesn't affect crit chance, but I just realized it might. Hold on. Chance-based effects. Does the... I think actually if we look at offerings, there's a way to find out. Hold on. I'll check the book in a second. Proper upbringing, bridal glow, dying wish. We can get proper upbringing activated now and get some rarity on things, but I don't feel like it affects that much of value. Let's roll and see if we can get their duo. Did not get it. I probably don't roll again. I guess I'll take Fine Line since I'm going to be burning through all my magic anyway now that I got that hammer. Sure, why not? Fine Line it is. Could potentially set us up for the Poseidon Hera duo now. And we've got Echo, so there's a chance we could get another Hera boon here, which would be awesome. We still have rerolls after all. Alright, Echo, what are you going to offer us tonight?
Close to Tartarus, to Tartarus, to Tartarus.
And we get gold, 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 fight, 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 reward. There we are. Reward, reward, reward. If you would not mind, dear Echo. Thank you very much. Actually, you know what? You deserve a gift.
Even in a place of sorrow such as this, there's beauty, gentleness. I know not how to ease your burden yet, though perhaps this will help.
Perhaps this will help. This will help. This will help.
Turns out we haven't gotten her keepsake either. Concave stone.
To me, it's an honor.
I like this one a lot in early access, but I realize that it's maybe not terribly reliable. Sun Worshipper, there it is. In each encounter, the first foe you slay returns to fight for you, and it does 200% more damage. That comboed with our Hex is just gonna do shits and giggles shenanigans like no tomorrow. Dog, 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 dog.
You keep an eye on Echo there, all right?
You be a good girl. All right, Selene Hammer HP. Honestly, I think we're full build at this point. There's nothing really to gain other than just getting more shenanigans going on with... What is this boon called again? I've forgotten what our Hex is called. Whatever. We're going to take this HP, Hammer, Selene, all good stuff for this kind of a build. Take the HP first, sure, why not? Makes it easier to maintain shameless attitude. Whoop, hello. You know, I guess I didn't have to worry about that. I wasn't going to take a hit. Oh, I took a hit. Oh my goodness, there are a lot of things going on here. Raise a foe. Oh, we killed the lycanthrope first, so we got him as our ally. That's kind of nuts. I think what we need at this point to be truly full build is we need ourselves a good on blood gain, because I need unlimited magic to really make this work at this point. Pick him up, Sun Worshipper. I guess as long as there are enemies on the field, it works. Do they despawn if I... Oh, well, that's unfortunate. All right, cool. It doesn't despawn now because we didn't spawn it in during a actual encounter, I guess. Good to know. C-Star is basically just going to activate non-stop because we have so many levels on it. That's kind of great. Oh gosh. I do really... Maybe Aphrodite has a boon that heals us up if we are above a certain threshold. That would be nice to have on this run, frankly, because we just really want to maintain our HP above a certain threshold after all. Anyway, focusing back. So acting as a gateway drug for Kiwi to get into Rune Factory, I'm very hopeful that we'll eventually start playing Rune Factory 4 together because I quite love that game, and it's probably the next one in the series I will play, even though I've already played it. I never finished it, and there's so much to explore. Oh, hello. I love to. Thank you. I guess at this point it doesn't really matter where I go, so... What do we got here? Servitude. Indefinite. Okay, we want that. We want that. Okay, our servant lasts forever now, instead of despawning. Love it. Where is our golden bough? Because I don't know where to go. But I figure it's honestly more likely than not is Grand Bazaar is probably going to be the next game we play if we're going to go a farming sim route. We've been watching a YouTube channel by the name of Josh's Gaming Garden that has a very farming sim focused niche, I suppose. And he talks about he did a very lovely tier list of all of his favorite Rune Factory, Harvest Moon, Story of Seasons games, talking about their pros and cons and where they rank amongst each other as a result. And based on that, he made Grand Bazaar sound extremely appealing. I think it's possibly his favorite game in the series, so that makes sense why he would make it sound so appealing. But it really did entice both Kiwi and I into playing. Granted, he absolutely glazed the ever-loving heck out of... What is it called? Out of Rune Factory 4 as well. He put them both in S tier, I believe, so like you can't go wrong with either option, frankly. It's really just a matter of what do you want to play, and for Kiwi, I think based on our preferences, like I said, Kiwi is not very not very into the combat focus of some of these farming sims. And granted, you're allowed to kind of choose what you play and how you play it, but attack steal 150% more damage from behind. Oh, that's so good. I should take Rapid Onslaught for the Prophecy, but it's too good not to take this. Let's go, let's go, let's go. All right, I think we should be up to the shop now. Yes, Palm. I'm gonna take the shop because a Palm could show up here. I will take it and put it on Flood Gain if I can. Free Palm, actually. Okay, even better. Sea Star, Shameless Attitude. We're almost at the point where she actually, yeah, we're 4% shy of 100% with Sea Star. I'd probably take that, honestly. Yeah, let's do it. It's too funny. There's a chance it doesn't pop on that, but if it does have a chance, we missed it by 4%. Lame. Island Getaway, you take less damage from nearby foons. Bows of Aphrodite treat all foes as nearby. All right, we are very strong. Ocean Swell is not bad here either, 80 damage, but I think 15% damage reduction will give us the survivability we need and some HP, sure. Okay, we are doing great. Karen, what do you have to say? You got it, bud. All right, let's put our dog to bed for the night.
Been playing in the mud again, boy?
All right. Let's see. Backstab damage does good. Does it do enough? We're hitting for 920 without critting, I think, but backstabbing, yeah. Those 920s are not crit. Oh, you know why? Because I didn't actually use my parry. Can we... I think that was a 2k hit. I'm not entirely sure. We did just phase him basically instantly. We don't have Shameless Attitude active, which is an unfortunate damage loss, but we do now have 2 enemies fighting for us that all do a bunch of damage. We're so strong, Kiwi. All right. Backstab damage from our hammer does make it hard to tell what I've done, but let's drop our cast. Area hit, please. Or what? 24, 48 damage in one hit. Nice. Okay. We hurt so much. This is a really strong weapon. I did not realize.
For the multi-headed hound of hell is ended for the eve.
Like, all you need is a good percent base attack boon, and Aphrodite is the queen when it comes to that. Sorry, Hera, step on over. Aphrodite is your queen.
For the underworld.
Alrighty, we're on to the final floor. I have 1 Death Defiance, less HP than I would consider ideal, but doing pretty good.
Let's get you someplace safe.
Focusing back on our point of commentary. So I honestly, Kiwi and I have been playing Guardians of Azma in parallel. I bought 1 copy and we're just sharing it between online and offline Steam modes. And it's been a lot of fun to share it with her. I really have been enjoying the game. I really do enjoy the farming aspect of it most of all. There is a degree of automation you can make that targets the farming, but I really don't like it, so I've very actively kind of just turned it off altogether, which thankfully they do make it so you can control that willingly. Let's see, what keepsake do we take here? Gorgon Amulet? No. Probably just Knuckle Bones? I mean, we should probably take something that we haven't used. I guess Ghost Onion for healing. It'll make it so that we maintain Shameless Attitude into Kronos, probably. I think that makes sense. Or we take the 35% crit chance. No, wait, that's a scam. We'd be dropped to 30 HP. That's so risky. No, we're not going to do that. All right. Sure, Ghost Onion, why not?
Very well.
Anything here I want? Restore HP. I mean, not a bad idea, because then I don't have to waste the... I can save some use of Ghost Onion for later. Sure, we'll go.
All right.
So... Guardians of Ozma, the one downside to it, like I was saying, is there's an automation function that lets you harvest resources, fish, logs, ore, and crops automatically by having a town management simulator, basically. And I really like the town management. It's fun to build the town. I love the concept that they have in this game.
Temporal decor can never stay destroyed.
Which is that it makes it so you can have... Basically, the buildings that you unlock, the decorations that you unlock to decorate your town and build up your town, actually give you passive bonuses, both passive effects and then flat stats. And that is such a smart mechanic for enticing you to build a town. I love it. It's really fun to play around with, and it does make you scale a little bit out of control sometimes, which is, we love that. We love that. We love scaling out of control as quickly as possible. See our current run. But the downside to the automation is that when it comes to the farming aspect, they don't you can't control what crops are harvested or planted. It makes your farms look horribly disorganized and very aesthetically unappealing and disappointing, I suppose. Pet the dog?
My head off, boy.
No, he would never. He's a good boy. What do you mean he probably won't? He absolutely will not. As long as we pet the left head, we're good. Didn't you see the PSA from Paparazzi? Pet the left head only.
Somehow the princess of the underworld has worked her magic on the Hound of Hell.
I'm now thinking back, I may have said the right head only, and I'm worried that I have given misinformation that will cause many people to die. Well, at least they died doing the thing that matters most in life, and that was petting a dog.
Did your mother and I hear correctly that you and your brother clashed in the midst of Elysium for all to see?
Yeah, and I've wiped the floor with him multiple times.
No, Father, it's not what you think. It was what you could call an exhibition match. A friendly challenge, nothing more. Though Zagreus did not go easy on me.
Yeah, he hits like a truck.
A shrewd decision on the boy's part then, or more likely it was yours. For all the troubles in the underworld, this type of exhibition match, as you refer to it, may be exactly what the Shades require.
In hindsight, it might make sense considering he's using a spear that has been imbued with the power to destroy titans permanently, so it makes sense that it might hurt a bit.
A morale boost. I suppose they do enjoy this type of violent entertainment over there. Well, as long as Malinui and Zagreus are open to it.
Oh, you Greek gods and your openness to fighting.
Trained with the Witch of the Crossroads. He trained with the greatest warrior that ever fought in mortal wars. Whose superior shall perhaps be subject to debate.
Alright, let's see. Unseen Ire. 70% damage increase when we go dark after taking damage. That sounds pretty fun, eh? Life tax would keep us topped off with Shameless Latitude and give us the survivability we really want, but I'm going to take Unseen Ire because we might see a really big number if I get hit. And I wonder if it gets popped by parry. I assume not, but we're going to have to mess around and find out. Alright. Someone pop my parry. Crits galore. Sun Worshipper is active. I need a little bit more magic. We have it automatically charging up now, so we're good. The Hex specifically, mind you. Anyway, focusing back to our commentary of yore. I'm looking forward to exploring some more games with her, but Guardians of Ozma has absolutely scratched the itch. I will say the bonding quest, the equivalent of like their social link, or not social links, but I guess technically that. What am I trying to say? The romance options feel very superficial so far. They do like flush them out a fair bit with dialogue as the game goes on, as you unlock their personal quests, but their one-off lines feel very one-note and underwhelming. They also have done an unfortunate thing with their voice acting where they only recorded like one laugh for every character. So if you choose an option in their text menu, back out of that option, then choose another option, you hear the same chuckle. And there are some characters who were done very dirty by that. Hina probably being the best representation of it, just having a mind-numbingly annoying laugh, unfortunately. I regret to inform you that I was like immediately turned off from the character as a result from that, and I feel a little validated. I was looking something up because I was like, Hina seems familiar and I can't place it why. It turns out she was a character in Rune Factory 5 as well. I have not played Rune Factory 5, but I was like, I feel like there's going to be some crossover, mostly because a certain enemy type that I saw in the trailers for Rune Factory 5 was present in Guardians of Ozma, to my surprise, specifically a boss enemy. So I had to confirm a theory, and the theory was correct, mind you, I think. Oh, I don't actually know. I don't know how that boss enemy shows up in Rune Factory 5, but I can make some assumptions given how it shows up in Guardians of Ozma. Regardless, the point being, Hina's laugh drives me up a wall. It is a sound font that a sound that I just cannot get behind necessarily. We are seeing a mini boss room that can give us another high tier god potentially. I would love to get either Apollo or Hera out of that so that I can potentially get ourselves a delicious... Oh wait, we already got their duo. I don't actually care anymore. I will reroll. I don't think Poseidon offers much, but I'm not hurting for whatever shows up, I guess. Anyway.
Gone better.
Oh, right, I forgot I was supposed to not get hit. Oh well, I was just rambling and not... Whoa. Really, Poseidon? Really, Poseidon? That's cute. Very cute of you. All right, roll. Aphrodite. Okay, Aphrodite's great. We'll gladly take Aphrodite. All right, watch this guy get popped. Just give us a parry. Give us a clean parry, sir. There we go. And let the crits roll in. And there we go. Easy peasy, easy peasy.
My authority.
Spiritual affirmation or healthy rebound. Okay, healthy rebound would be amazing. Just as long as we stay above 60%, we're always going to be at 100% when we leave the room. But I think spiritual affirmation gives us more overall. More magic too, so that I can spam even without Poseidon's Floodgate active. I suppose it's worth it. Chaos can't show up on this floor, so why are we getting Sparks of Ixion here? Anyway.
The satyrs and the vermin at their call once lurked in the upper reaches of the underworld, making profane preparations for the Titan Lord's return.
Those satyrs belong here more than they know.
Yeah, I would say overall, like, the characters haven't done a lot to impress me. If I'm talking about my favorite characters, I'd say, for some reason, I really like how they wrote and voiced Matsuri, who's basically a meathead, god of swords and combat, Gyaru sort of character. I think she's fun. I really haven't picked who I'm going to romance just yet. Kiwi is most appealed by Chui Long, who is kind of this quiet puppet master, I believe is how they described him. He seems fun. Honestly, when I met him for the first time, I'm like, yeah, this is going to be the character that Kiwi likes. Kurama, the god of autumn, is also pretty up there. I love his character design most of all. I think it's really cool how they gave his hair a leaf aesthetic. I like the kind of like hexagonal green decals on his shirt as well. I think overall I really dig his design. I usually am not a big fan of green and red on top of each other in a character's design just because it looks too Christmas coded, and there's nothing wrong with something being Christmas coded, mind you. It's just I tend to find it not my aesthetic for anything other than Christmas coded sort of stuff, I suppose. But I digress. I still like, I really like his design, a good mix of reds and blacks and greens.
Come on out.
And Poseidon gives us another Path of Stars, so we're just going to be maxing out our servant damage. That's awesome. Okay, what else can we do here? More damage for me, more damage for my servants. Actually, we're just outright maxing the tree. Our servants are going to hit like trucks, like they already were going to hit like trucks, but now they're going to hit like even bigger trucks, I guess. Who else? I mean, initial appeal was Iroha, because of course I would find the character who likes to cook appealing. But I don't know, her bonding quest ended on a little bit of a cliche in my opinion, just the classic, I try so hard to meet to appeal to someone who I'm meeting for the first time, like to appeal to the judgment of someone who would judge my work, that I lose sight of what I love and make something that's terrible instead of sticking to what I've honed my craft on. And I don't know, it's just, it feels tropey, it feels a little underdeveloped. Not underdeveloped, I think it's earned. The payoff is certainly earned, but it's predictable. It's been done 1,000 times, I guess, so it felt weak to me. Ulalaka, initially I was kind of unappealed by. She's meant to be the mommy character, I guess, in appearance. She's very soft-spoken, she's very gentle. I didn't find her very appealing at the start. I do think, again, really cool design. I love the gradient of pink and green that they use on her. Like, I will say a lot of the character designs in this game go in a direction that I'm not used to seeing, and in a very good way, I would say. I'd say they have very solid character designs, although there is a bit of me that feels that the character designs might be a little bit over-designed in a way. Just there are so many details on everyone's design, with pieces of equipment and clothing and everything in between that just feels maybe a little bit misplaced or over, like the balance feels off is how I would describe it. I don't know. I think ultimately, overall the designs are very solid, but I feel like someone could look at them and just be like, these guys are horrifically over designed, what are they doing here? Maybe that's just me. I like them and I'm gonna stick to my guns on that. Perfect image, okay. We actually never got Backburner now that I think about it. I could roll for it, but Perfect Image is just a 20% damage buff all the time, as long as I haven't been hit. And we're not gonna get hit because we're parrying perfectly every time. Right, Kiwi? Self-healing. Prominence Flare. Oh, you know what? I can roll now. Self-healing wouldn't be bad to keep us topped off. I have his cast, so it should be accessible. All right, let's roll. Nope, we didn't get it. All right, Extra Dose. It's really bad. It doesn't affect our Omega attack, so it's not even worth taking, I think. I'll just take self-healing so we have some more survivability. We'll grab the armor, and we're gonna go see Sandpappy for a new brawl in the... a brawl in the hall, if you will. What other characters do I like? I weirdly like Tatsumi. I think is his name. I'm blanking. He's the carpenter from the Spring Village.
You have now seen something of this world. Consider what the gods have wrought. War, famine, betrayal. During my golden age, there were no such concerns. It was a tranquil time. Until the gods decided to wrest control forcibly.
Yeah, but you did eat people. You did eat some people, I think. Or at least some gods.
Your rule was not as perfect as you claim. Perhaps you were a stifling presence on your children and their generation, leaving them with little choice but to rid themselves of you.
And you were eating them.
They failed. And thus presents itself this golden opportunity to teach my children and their generation a most valuable lesson about having to live with the consequences of their actions.
Probably severe dietary indiscretion induced gastrointestinal pain, if I had to guess. That seems like a very likely consequence for eating your children. I wouldn't know. I humor the thought of eating my cats, but the most I eat of them is their fur, and I do eat a fair bit of that, to be clear. Thank you, guys. Ooh, we just hit him. We're critting for 2,900 damage. Oh my goodness. Perfect image has been broken, unfortunately. But I am, 3,150. My goodness, we do damage. My goodness, we do damage. I love it. All right. Kronos, I'm going to kill your little minions over here. That I wait for my perfect image to come back. Charge up with a parry. Got it at the last second. Well, bam. 25. 1390. Oh my goodness, look at our damage, Kiwi. It's so good. All right, I don't think I have to really think too hard about what I'm doing here. Parry up, parry up, parry up, parry up. Oh, okay, interesting. If you charge your Omega attack before... Oh, our armor is broken. If you charge your Omega attack before your parry is back up, the parry doesn't activate until you charge your next Omega attack. That's good to know. Not that I... Whoa, hello. I got my parry. One parry for Jeff. One parry for Jeff, please. Boom, boom. 29, 28, and wha-bam. Okay, we do so much damage. Anyway, I'm having fun, but back on the concept. Who else do I like? So, Tatsumi, I think was his name. He's the carpenter of Spring Village. I just like his energy. He brings a loud but fun energy. I wouldn't say he is terribly developed in any significant fashion, but he gets the job done, if nothing else, and honestly, getting the job done as a carpenter is a pretty solid job in this game. You basically, you can make carpenters show up anywhere in the game at some point or another, but of all of the functional purposes, like I said, buildings and decorations just generate so much free stats for combat and passives.
How is it that I cannot vanquish such a brat?
And not to mention, it also affects like lumber gathering and mining and farming and all that. He just serves such an important role in the game, so I'm a little biased towards him for that reason. He also won me my first ever contest with his fantastic boulder bread.
A time flow freely forward. You shall not succeed.
Pretty sure I just did, Sandpappy. No need to be spiteful about it. Yeah, I'll probably talk a little bit more about it. Like, my overall impression is characters are a little bit one note, a little bit maybe not one note, but a little superficial, maybe a little bit over designed, but at the same time, I find them weirdly charming and endearing, and I'm having a lot of fun with the game and learning more about the characters. I don't expect to have a giant monumental understanding and improvement of my understanding of them, because I feel like I already kind of know what they're about, and there's not much more I need to know about that the game seems inclined to tell me. And maybe I will be wrong, maybe that will not be the case, but it certainly has left that impression thus far. Let's see, we definitely honor the attack, we honor the two hammers if I can find them. Like, look at that. 220% damage on our attack, 150% from striking from behind, 400% when we use our Omega attack, and a crit chance, which I don't know if was boosted by success rate, but I want to believe was boosted by success rate. And we just did so much damage, not to mention Sun Worshipper and our Hex just topping things off, and Unseen Ire giving us another 70%. I forgot about that too. What a wild run. Let's go ahead and honor that. Good run indeed. I am surprised. I did not think the Artemis blades were going to be that strong. I've never run them before in any playthrough. I am impressed, and I think there's a lot of fun things we can do with them now that I understand their power. Of course, Artemis is best girl. What a surprise.
Time is every mortal's enemy, and enemy to some immortals too. So let us all be thankful that the Princess of the Dead has really throttled him again.
Return to Shadow now?
But I think with all that said, let's do our town wrap up. I'll probably talk a little bit more about Guardians of Ozma and be as eloquent as I was tonight compared to how I was last night, where I just could not finish a thought. I was so focused on the game. Granted, I did a lot of that here, but I did a lot better. The coffee is wide awake in my system.
But we're not finished yet.
I'm in that classic sweet spot of I drink, or I got enough sleep to be underslept, but not non-functional. All right, let's let everyone have their chance to talk, and we'll call it a night.
Wonder if I ever used to have nightmares. So you can just imagine yourself in these completely different, horrible situations?
Yeah, it's great. You're sleeping, you're in this restful state of mind, and then suddenly your brain is just like, you know what would be better than sleeping? Not sleeping or waking up with a terrible, just everything. Everything's terrible and there's no safety. The world is on fire in real life and the world is on fire in dreams. Aren't nightmares just so darn awesome?
Yes. And sometimes I'm not even there, which can make them even more unsettling. Though they don't trouble me as much anymore.
Well, at least you've got me. Whoa there.
You're the best nightmare of them all, Dora.
The fates would have me do their bidding.
Oh, looky. We are going to have a fight between sisters. I am so excited. I've been waiting for this interaction. I have not actually seen any interactions between them in my personal playthrough, so.
No, one last thing, Eris. Hecate might have promised Mother she'd look after you, but I did no such thing. So get out of here before I get upset.
Oh, please, Nemi, you're already upset. And I'll come and go as I like, thanks. So damn boring here, I can't stand it for long anyways.
You guys could do with maybe like some chocolate. I bet you guys would love some ice cream.
Come and go as you like. You're jeopardizing the task. Don't be such a child.
Don't be such a child. Wait, does that make you my mom? I never answered to Nyx. Think I'm about to start with you.
Ooh.
You'll get what's coming to you either way.
Ooh, a threat.
Exactly what I would expect the aspect of retribution to say to her
Don't mind me, everyone.
very frustrating sister, I suppose. Still maintain the fact that you guys would probably enjoy a good ice cream cone together. I do hope we get to see them kind of
Good evening.
find some form of recompense with each other. I do hope that. As a whole, I really just want to know what Eris's deal is, and I assume as we progress her story, we'll get a better picture of that.
Hail, Shades.
If only we could have been there to see the battle with the prince. Cause of death, sling. I know that they probably mean someone shot you with a sling, but I would like to think that you put yourself in a giant sling and shot yourself at the enemy, and it just ended as well as anyone could have expected it to do. Can we wait? Hold on. Can we bathe with Moony Mommy? I should not call her Moony Mommy, but
May your light never wane.
doesn't look like I have the option.
Never shall.
Oh well.
Our cycle soon is to begin again, but for the moment, I must take my rest.
Ooh. Okay, hold on. We can bathe with Moony Mommy. What happens if I try to bathe with her? Oh, it's Dora. Oops.
Would you mind accompanying me over to the baths? I'd hate to think they aren't haunted.
Do I want to float aimlessly in some near boiling water? Do I ever? What are we waiting for?
Heck yeah. All right, we're gonna go haunt some waters. Look, I don't mind that we're not bathing with Moony Mommy because Dora is objectively better anyway. I find her way more interesting and way more fun. No offense, Lainey. I love your aesthetic. I love the moon. Moons are cool.
Yeah, this is the life. Wonder if I was ever shy about this kind of stuff.
That's like, okay, so they get... I've actually never gotten to take a bath with someone before. Okay, well, I guess childhood experiences don't count. I've taken baths with my cats and dogs, but in the series of games that are known as Hades, I have never bathed with anyone. It's cool. They have like little custom artworks for everyone. Okay.
You still can sense
Oh.
something of the water's warmth, can't you, Dora?
Mel, you look so much more human-esque here.
Well, I can see all the steam rising, which I associate with warmth, so I guess it kind of tricks me into thinking warm thoughts.
That doesn't sound so bad. Though you do remember what warmth was like then, from your mortal days?
Not really, no. I guess I've just heard so much about it. It's like I've experienced it myself.
It's a weird thought to just wonder what it would be like to not feel anymore.
Oh.
Time passes.
That was basically like floating around in your tent, though I appreciate it nonetheless.
Soothing soak. Take one of your comrades to the hot spring. See, I never did it. Not in any playthrough. I can't believe I finally got to bathe with someone. All right, so Kiwi, I promised you a hypnos. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give us a 36.5 episode, I think. I completely forgot to do it in this episode at the start. So we'll save here. I will record a little bit longer and just give ourselves a episode of Hypnos dedicated. But Golden Life Spring, reveal a hidden chamber in Tartarus where you may restore some HP and elude your foes. Among the countless interlocking chambers of Tartarus, few provided any sense of calm. Would love to see that in our runs. Well, you know what they say. If you Kataskion ASCII nicely, you might very well get what you ask for. All right. Necromantic influence. Can I do that without giving this up? I can. All right, we'll take that. Gain the ability to sprint into any lone shades you encounter to turn them against your foes. The bloodline of the underworld's true king and queen as yet commands authority.
Come, spirits of the dead. I have a task for you.
I have a Kataskion Tasky. I have a Kataskion Tasky for you, shades.
Good, there you are. I'm late getting back, but couldn't bring myself to leave before you were up and about again. How are you feeling?
Pretty great. I just made a dad joke at the end of an episode, which is like my favorite thing to do.
Considering the Titan of Time almost sliced me in two last night with a scythe twice my size that cuts through the air itself, I could be worse. Thank you for waiting up for me.
And thank you for giving us a really fun run, honestly, Artemis.
Of course. I like what you've done to this place. It's like a proper war camp now. With the taverna, hot springs. I have to stop in more often. Shine on without me for now.
I shine because I am freshly bathed. You could shine too.
On yourself.
Yeah, see? You should bathe with us. Oh, bye. I do actually wonder, do we ever unlock the ability to bathe with, like, who we can bathe with?
To us, I trust you've seen. It was my dearest hope that leaving all her rubbish here would soon enough inspire her to pick it up, but alas, you stay away from her.
I thought perhaps you'd finally relieved her of her entry privileges. I won't let Eris turn this place into a sty for pigs, even if it means having to clean up after her myself.
I'm just not going to do it while she's watching so she doesn't get the satisfaction.
How she'd chortle could she see now the frustration on your face. I know, ignoring things is seldom how one makes them go away, but when it comes to Eris, I fear it's our best shot.
Alrighty, so we've got Odysseus and we've got Skelly to say goodnight to. Oh, and we have Croft. Let's go ahead and harvest our goodies, because that'll let us potentially do some more incantations soon enough. Throw another weed, throw another nightshade. We need a whole bunch of nightshades, I think, so I'll go ahead and plant all those. And sure, why not another mandrake? Okay, Odysseus, what have you got to say?
Sounds like your father's house is back in some semblance of order. Always wanted to visit if ever I could, if only to greet an old comrade or two from the war.
I'd also like to visit again, but there's no telling when, if ever, we would have that chance, so long as we're unseen. Officially, they're not even supposed to know we're here.
I mean, unfortunately, this is where my knowledge of both Greek mythology and Greek history falls short, but was Odysseus went to the Trojan War. Like, that's where he comes back. He comes back from the Trojan War, and that's how the Odyssey starts. So does he know Patroclus and Achilles? I don't actually know. I don't even know if they were part of that war, but I assume they were.
I know, but it doesn't make the desire go away. At any rate, as long as the servants of the king and queen are well, perhaps our paths shall later cross, who knows?
The Fates?
Or Prometheus, aye.
The four seers of the future, yes. Literally the four seers, the number 4 seers of the future.
Strength and wisdom of my predecessors.
Heck yeah, ending the night with 2 dad jokes. I'm doing great, Kiwi. I don't even need to sleep. Of course you. Oh, Tula, calm down. We're gonna have a talk. He's allergic to cats. That's funny.
In all your wisdom, Commander, how is it that you know so much about the Oath of the Unseen? As far as I know, it predates even my father's rule within the underworld.
Oh yeah, your papa took a different tack. Was out about his packs of punishment. Even served your brother with him once when they were really on the outs. But Boyo just went for it and then things really heated up.
Oh yeah, very high heat indeed.
You didn't answer my question.
And I'm not gonna. for I made certain vows myself.
The vow of Skelemius.
Much better off here than the morning fields.
My good shade.
Good shade, you made it here.
Alrighty, Kiwi. Let us call it a night. It looks like, oh, we're getting a Flame Maracas run. Okay.
What secrets do you keep?
We still haven't gotten any of the hidden aspects, but it would probably help if we unlocked all the base aspects first anyway. Let's see. I'll pick out which one I'm going to take later. Although I have to make one more dad joke just for the sake of it, so maybe I already know what I'm going to do. Here we go. Eeny, meeny, miny, moros.
There's more to this aspect.
I am on fire tonight, and not just because I'm using the flame torches. Oops, well, I guess I leveled them up again. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to I can't keep straight how I picked these up, but whatever. Kiwi, I hope you've enjoyed watching, and if you're awake, I hope this is helping you fall asleep. If you are sleeping, I hope you are sleeping well, but honestly, I hope you were awake for the last couple of minutes, because I am a comedic genius with phenomenal timing, and we're gonna go wake up Hypnos. Now, Kiwi, I love you, and I will continue to love you, and I will see you in the next one for some more Hades 2. Rest well now, my dear. Hi, Kiwi, and welcome back to a very short episode of Hades 2, where we get to end to deepest slumber our good old Hypnos. Attempt to stir Hypnos from his dormant state grants 1 dream vapors, mostly used for attempting to rouse Hypnos. Most slumber ends quickly and naturally, but a rare variety requires special care. I figure we'll just do a one-off for this. There are multiple...
Sleep is not death, for the sleeping awake.
Okay, I guess that's...
So mote it be.
That's true, Mel, but alright. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and wake up Hypnos, or at least get the first stage of waking up Hypnos. It sounds like there are multiple stages to this, from what I understand, and based on my personal playthrough. I've only seen the first, but it is pretty funny, so let's go ahead and do this. Wakey, wakey. Do I... Okay, I give him the gift. Okay, I was confused for a second. I'm like, how do I do this? Welcome to the House of Hades.
Please walk. Lord Hypnos, you have slumbered long enough. I know you're lost in dream, but I shall do my best to lead you back here to reality. Now breathe in deep.
Breathe in the island air. I think we breathed in a little something too hard. I do appreciate the cosmic arrangement mode. Did someone say cosmos? Is that a royal rainbow? It is in the royal hall. It counts. It counts. Okay, so I love this. Look at these little paper cutout on sticks that Hypnos is picturing.
Fast asleep.
Look at this little drawing of Thanatos on his little happy bench with his adorned pillow. I know it's a scythe, but I like to think he's just waving a white flag, like, bow down to my master Hypnos. And then right there, look at the big angry daddies in the background. It's so good. Oh, the devs had such a fun time making this happen, and they must have had such a fun time theory crafting how to make this look.
Welcome to the house.
He said how? He's trying to communicate. Lord Hypnos, I'm Melinoi, daughter of Hades, and I mean to find a way to rouse you from your slumber. Can you hear me?
I appreciate that they are trying to say that he's like trying to communicate. We know he's trying to say welcome to the House of Hades, but like, here's the question. Is Hypnos that on that next level of actually communicating here, or is it just pure coincidence and Mel is reading into it a bit too hard? Because we know she has a tendency to do these things. She takes things way too seriously in a game full of goofballs.
Awake. I'm awake.
How is it that you sleep even in dream? What can I do to bring you back to us? Because we need you. Your own sister tells me that your wisdom and knowledge are second to none.
Which sister says that out of curiosity?
I walked straight into...
I walked straight into what? Lord Hypnos, I don't understand. You have to snap out of this. My time here runs short, and if this doesn't work, I don't know what else to do.
I would say get a stronger smelling salt. Also, we probably walked into one of those like painted on tunnel pictures, you know, from the Looney Tunes sort of stuff, Wile E. Coyote style, where a train would normally come out of it, but it's just painted on walls. So we ran face first into it, splatted, and then the train came out and ran us over. Good old times.
Train for stopping by.
Oh, that's so sweet. It was a dream come true to meet us. How sweet of you, Hypnos.
Dream's collapsing. No, wait, please.
He makes sounds that you make, Kiwi. Oh, I shouldn't have said that.
His consciousness, it slipped away from me. How am I... I need to think.
Kiwi has given me a very dirty look. I am sorry, Kiwi, of both past, present, and future. I did our nightshade already finished growing. Wow. Guess we were in there for a while. Anyway, Kiwi, I promised you a short interaction with Hypnos, and that is exactly what you got. I am now going to go to bed with you and inevitably be punched in the gut for making comments about your sleeping sounds, which I am continuing to make comments about, and clearly not learning my lesson. And Kiwi, I hope you've enjoyed watching. Enjoy your, 36.5 possibly mini-sode. With all that said, I hope you've enjoyed watching. If you're awake, I hope this is helping you fall asleep. If you are sleeping, I hope you're sleeping well. We are going to go take our flame maracas and win ourselves probably an overworld run, but we'll figure that out in the next one. Sleep well, my love, and I will see you soon. It is the underworld. I figured it out in this one. All right, good night.